I'm Little Ed.
I'm Dr. John.
And this is another episode of Enough Already.
Yes. Yes, it is.
At Dr. John at Gmail. Like, share, follow. Tell all your friends that went to the No Kings
Subscribe to us on YouTube, too, please.
Yep. And
Give us a subscription.
Or Rumble.
Tell your friends. Watch us.
All of them.
We're going to be getting back to every week. We've just been kind of a lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff. We'll be getting back to it, though. And then,
Hell, I had a tree struck by light in my backyard this week.
a big tree, too.
What a mess.
Man. Anyway.
All right. So, you want to start out with this No Kings thing? You want to say something
let's talk about the
that
No
quick?
Kings. I think that these people that are protesting with the No Kings,
I think they're morons.
they're so out of touch with things. What they don't realize, they're protesting a man that was democratically elected by the majority of the people in this country.
I want them to
do exactly what he's doing.
I want them to print signs out of what they really mean, and just give them all signs that say, "The media has taught me that I hate Trump."
Right.
And that's what the sign is. I hate Trump. I don't want to hear all your bullshit.
Well, the thing is,
I just hate him.
That's more of an authoritarian behavior, the whole No Kings protest, than anything Trump has ever done in his entire either term, first or this term. But it just makes no sense that you're protesting a guy that was. He won the popular vote. 77 million people voted for Donald Trump to do exactly what he's doing, including what he's doing in Iran right now. All my life, John, we've heard about this Iran.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Keep on the No Kings.
Yeah.
You keep wanting to drift on an Iran thing. We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about. I do that a lot.
I'm trying to keep you straight. We're staying on topic.
That's the AD. Oh, look, a squirrel. Never mind.
Yeah. Easily distracted.
But you watch the media, and you would think everybody and their brother, and a lot of people did participate. I'm not saying that there wasn't.
Well, that's their right to do it. I don't care. You got the right to do that, but at least know why you're doing it. And they don't have a clue why they're doing it, because if you ask them, well, what did Trump do, or what's the big... Nobody can give you an answer. They give you some generic bullshit.
Right.
And it's like, can you get any more freaking vanilla than that?
What they don't realize is if we truly did have a king, all their heads would be chopped off today for protesting the king. Because that's how kings behave.
Or some damn thing.
Yeah, they'd be in the gulag, and it's just, the Iranians had a supreme leader, basically a king, and he killed 50,000 people that were protesting him. I didn't mean to go on Iran already, but I'm just pointing that out.
We're going to talk about Iran because you keep bringing it up.
I know, I can't help it.
We're going to.
I like what's happening myself. But back to the No Kings, just for a minute. I think it's, when you see a bunch of old ladies dressed up like Teletubbies, it's kind of hard to take them seriously.
They would protest anything if it had something to do with Trump. They don't care. They just hate Trump.
The majority of the people...
And the media's created this hatred. And it's dangerous. And it's sad.
Yep.
And I understand you don't like everything you like, but people... You don't even have a reason really of what he's done. You can't give him good reasons. You fabricate shit and you make shit up to suit your hatred for the man. I don't care. The media taught you to do that. I'm smart enough that I look past that and go, I don't pay attention to mainstream news media hardly at all, because
it's all on.
Now we're going to Iran. I can't figure out what the hell's going on because I'm getting conflicting stories from every news media group there is, and nobody knows what the hell's going on. They're keeping us in the dark.
Well, they want to tell us that we're winning, and they want to tell us that we're losing, and then they want to tell us that Iran... and here's what I'm confused about is the whole Hormuz Strait situation. If we destroyed all their military, their navy, and all that shit, how are they blocking that Strait of Hormuz? You know what I mean?
Got missiles. They got that shit buried in the ground. They've been 25 years. They've been planning this shit. And they've been paying attention, and they've been watching our military, and they've been planning for 25, 30 years.
Yeah, we got complete air superiority.
Well, you think.
Well, that's what we're being told.
That's what we're being told.
Right.
And nobody's telling the truth, including the people that we think should be telling the truth.
But then we got, Trump was going to blow up all their power plants and stuff like that.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
That's attacking the wrong people. In my opinion, you're going to be attacking...
I'm not that happy that Trump went over there and did this, really. I don't see that there's any good way out of this, win, lose, or draw.
I think we had to do
There's not a good solution to end this, and whatever solution comes is not going to be good.
I'm going to have to disagree with that. I think we absolutely had to do it.
How can you come out of this good?
Well, for one thing, Iran's been nothing but a bully in that.
I agree, but how can you come out of this good?
They've killed thousands of American people. They've killed thousands of Israelis with their Hezbollah and Houthis and all these guys, these satellite
Problem we
terrorists.
got is Obama was giving them billions of dollars. Biden was giving them billions of
Well,
dollars.
that's because
They
they're
fortified
on the same
up.
side as they are.
I know, but they fortified up, and they've got stuff that we haven't even seen yet.
Well, at the same time, I think we got some stuff they haven't
Well.
seen either. Nobody puts more money into their military than the
I
United
know, but I
States.
don't. There's not a good. I don't think there's a good
listen,
option for an out on this. Any way they go,
I think it
that's
ain't going to
work.
last another month. I think it's going to be done and said in another month, and we're going to get exactly what we want. We're not going to have a nuclear armed Iran, which would be a complete disaster for the entire planet. These people,
I don't know how they're not
Listen,
already nuclear armed.
these people love death like we love life, John. They would not think twice about
But
launching.
I don't
nuclear
understand
missiles.
how come they're not nuclear armed already. I don't understand what was holding that back. They had so much money and everything going on. I don't understand how they don't have it. I think that's all bullshit, and they use that against the people to scare us. I think all that's bullshit, and I think it's all one great big plan, one big game, and they're using that to manipulate everybody's minds and fuck with them.
Well, during the
Because there's no way in hell that they couldn't possibly have got made a nuclear weapon. The money they had, the time they've had, I think that's bullshit.
Well, I'm not really sure what goes into. I know, but you got countries like Pakistan that has nuclear weapons, and you have India has nuclear weapons.
Okay.
So
how come Iran wouldn't have one?
I see your point. I absolutely see your point.
We
at
got
the
them
same-
China, Russia's got them, we got them. Why don't Iran have one? Why we say,
I think that goes back to what I was saying before, that these fucking people are crazy. That they wouldn't think twice about using a nuclear weapon. So even your nuclear powerhouse people that could have supplied them with the technology and even enriched uranium wouldn't do so because of the fact that these guys are such a live wire. So they were enriching their own uranium, and during the talks with because we don't want them to have a nuclear missile. And
No, I don't think anybody should have them as far as I go, but
if they had a nuclear, well, it's a deterrent now more than anything. But if Iran had a nuclear missile, they wouldn't give a fuck about a deterrent. They wouldn't care if everybody nuked everybody. That's their whole thing. They would rather.
I think they care a little bit.
They just killed 50,000 of their own people. So I don't think they give a shit.
I keep hearing that too, but I ain't seen it.
Well, that's the thing about Iran. They have their own internet. They don't have.
But I'm just saying, I don't believe anything I don't see.
I'm with you.
I just ain't seen it. I heard that, but I ain't seen it.
Are we back to the weapons of mass destruction bullshit that we had during the Iraqi war? Do you know what I mean?
Because all the news and everything that's coming in now, I'm scratching my head going, there ain't no way. I said, because everybody's got to be lying. Everybody. And Trump's saying we're negotiating. They're saying we didn't negotiate with nobody, and he's lying. And then Trump's going, oh no, we're negotiating, and they're lying, and they're just saying that. And then this guy's saying this, and this another news says saying this, and I'm going,
well, who's negotiating? These people are hunkered down in caves somewhere. They've got no communications with anybody. So, supposedly.
and then you see this bullshit they put on Facebook and on social media, and they're demanding this and demand. You don't know if it's AI, you don't know what it is. And,
Right.
And right now, I think we're in a time where they're trying to confuse the people so much that you don't know what's going on.
Both sides.
Both sides.
Yeah, or all sides. I mean, there's probably
In
more than
order
just
to
two
cause
here.
more turmoil and more division amongst the people.
Right.
With,
And it's
with
a
propaganda and lies so thick that we don't know what to
And
grab
they want
onto.
one world order.
And it frustrates, huh?
They want a one world order. They want us all
Well,
to
they're
be
working on it right
Islamists.
now, and this is all part of that big game, I think.
Oh, I agree. I agree.
They needed something to ignite it, and that's what this is their.
But we'll see in the next couple of weeks. Rubio said this will be over in 2 to 4 weeks, all of it.
I hope so, but
Talked
I just
about it.
can't see it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, according to the administration,
We're gonna have
we've completely annihilated
energy shortages. We're gonna have food shortages.
Well, yeah, because the fertilizer's all hung up over there. I don't know why the United States, we get less than 1% of our oil through the Hormuz Strait.
I don't know why they don't dig a damn canal through that point and just go
Right.
around there.
Why not? Why not? That would pretty much end all.
It's like, screw you, Iran. We're digging a canal over here through, what is that, Yemen or Oman or?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a Middle East geography buff. I
Me
kind of know
either.
what things are, but I don't know where everything is, so sorry.
And I'm definitely not a fan of the Middle East. In my whole life, Iran's been a pain in the ass. Go back to when they took the hostages and when the Islamist extremists took over to begin with, and they've done nothing but terrorize the entire region.
Well, we're going to
since
find
then.
out in a couple weeks who's lying.
Oh, I think we will. I think
You know,
we
they're
will.
trying to tell us they sunk all the Iranian Navy. Okay.
Right.
But then I'm hearing that they actually hit some of our, I'm hearing that maybe that was an aircraft carrier got hit by a missile.
Right.
I'm hearing they hit some other stuff. I heard they took out all the radar.
And see, I don't believe that because but our shit's all done by
I
satellite.
heard we're
now.
running out of those interceptor missiles because they're sending over barrages of drones and barrages of missiles at once because they figured out they sent shitloads.
And then I also heard that Zelensky's claiming that Russia and China is giving Iran intel regarding our...
Well, you know they are.
Well, of course they are. I mean, we've just spent the last 5 years giving freaking Ukraine every intel.
Russia is just giving us back what we give them.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how this world powers play. They don't go to battle with each other. They take small countries
Right.
and they fight battles with these...
Proxy wars.
They're like pawns.
Right.
And these little countries get in wars, and they get in wars with the big guy, and the other big superpower backs the little one and lets them fight with the big guy, but the two big kahunas don't fight each
Right,
other.
they just sit
always
back
fight each other with a small little country and the big country.
Right,
You see,
and
like
that's been going on our
Ukraine
entire
and
lives.
Russia. Now it's Iran, United States. Now, China, they don't kind of fall into that because they don't see, but they're getting ready to do
Well,
Taiwan.
The Red Chinese came across the border in Vietnam. That's what caused us to get out of Vietnam.
So China and Vietnam,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
but they always pick that small country to represent them on the other end of the war to fight so we actually are fighting those big countries, but we're using it through a small
Right.
proxy country.
Yeah, and that's the
to
way it's
do
been
it.
our whole life. You know, that's
And there ain't no way we're going to take over Iran. That thing is too fortified. It's too geographical, impossible to do. They need to just leave it the hell alone and they get the people out of there. But there ain't no way we can go to Iran and win.
I
don't give a shit what you say.
I don't think we're going to have to. I think they're going to have a different regime change that's going to come
But
in there. And
It's geographically impossible the way that country's designed. That's Persia.
oh yeah, right.
And
the majority of the people in Iran are Persian. They're not Islamic.
And
They're not
there's
Shiite.
mountain ranges, there's these mountains, there's those mountains, there's deserts. It's just, you ain't going to go in there and win a war.
Right, but we're blowing up everything over there, and it seems like we're really getting nowhere. And they still got the Hormuz.
They got all their shit
Am I
buried
even
under the sand.
Am I even saying that right?
And in mountains, Strait of Hormuz.
Hormuz, yeah. Yeah, how can if they've got all their military assets all blown up and under control?
Strait of Hormuz.
I'm waiting for a flying carpet to fly
That's the
around.
Chinese gong that's over there supplying them with intel.
And it's something. It's just a matter of time before we know what's going on.
Well, we got to get. I'm going to tell you what. If I was you people, I would start putting a little extra back, a little extra food, a little extra water, we start preparing because I think some bad shit might happen.
I honestly think that if the Iranians had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it already.
Well, not a nuclear explosion, but I'm just saying, what if the grid goes down? What if we start having food shortages? And you don't, and you're just going, la, 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 it's another day. Well,
Right.
you better start prepping a little bit.
Right. Well, diesel fuel's over $5 a gallon now, so everything you buy is going to go up.
Things are going to go back up. They were just starting to come down a little bit. It's going to go back the other way.
According to Trump, it's going to go down pretty dramatically once this is over with. And it also the fact that we're the leading provider of oil and supplier of oil now is the reason why we're not paying. You look at China; they're paying like $210 a barrel. We're still down about $100 a barrel. And Texas crude's down around $80 a barrel. But unfortunately for us, these fuel prices are a global commodity. So the price of even though we're not paying that, in retrospect we are paying that because it costs more money for these other countries to get the oil, so it's going to cost us more money.
Well, they're going to go by the global market. And they're not going to let.
They have to.
Well, they're not. They don't have to, but they're not going to let that cash cow
The
go by them
petrodollar-
when they can go ahead and say, "Hey, I get $120 a barrel for this today," and them guys fill in their pockets.
The petrodollar is what drives all economies, so they have no choice but to go with it.
Yeah, but I mean, because they produce it here, they can't say, "Well, we produce oil, so we're only going to charge $80 a barrel." Well, you ain't going to do that.
Well, according to the things we're being told, that our prices are not as high as they could have been because of the fact that we're the leading producer in the world.
What's the price of barrel oil right now?
I don't know. It was
You got
$90
the computer. Tell me. Last I checked, it was like 87, but it was up around 100. They said oil's going to go up to 200 a barrel, and it came down a little bit. But Trump's been dancing around he's been dancing around.
$112 a barrel today.
He's dancing around trying to control the price of oil and the stock market and everything. And he's giving them Iran how many days now that they got this thing. But Israel keeps going and blowing shit up when I try to stop shit. They gotta cut Israel off. They gotta stop.
Israel needs to chill out.
Somebody's got to stop these guys, because they're the whole problem with this is Israel.
We'll see what happens.
They're like
I can understand Israel because
they're like when I used to go run around my buddies at the bar.
They're the little,
and I kick a shit out of anybody who would get mouthy with me because I could do that.
Right.
And my buddies would go with me and start fights with people, so I would kick a shit out of them.
Right.
Finally, one day the guy got pissed. He's going to fight. I said, I'm not going to fight with you. I said, they ran their mouth, kicked the shit out of them. I said, I'm tired of this shit. They were like, well, that's what we need to do. We're not doing it anymore, Israel. You want to fight? Go ahead.
We're the big devil. They're the little devil, and for all of our lives,
they're the little guy who goes around and runs his mouth.
Iran's been
and then we take care of business.
What do you think we would do if somebody started lobbing missiles into Brownsville, Texas?
Well,
Phoenix, Arizona. What do you think?
But
our country would do?
I'm telling you, they're not innocent.
Well,
they bring on a lot of what gets to them too. I think is just as much because they're lobbing shit over there. They just stop it. Everybody just stop for a minute and not do it.
Right.
And let's talk. Quit. Start talking and send them up. It don't make no sense.
I think Trump gave them another 6 or 7 days before they got to come up with. According to Trump, he was talking to the farmers the other day that the Iranians have talking and negotiating and even offered him like 8 boats of oil as a goodwill gesture. But
I believe that when I see it.
Where are they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We're oil from Venezuela.
Yeah, where's the oil from Venezuela? Exactly. But
where the hell's the guy going to jail for the fraud in Minnesota?
Yeah.
I ain't seen one person called on the rug because of that. We forgot all the American people. You forgot all about all the billions of dollars of fraud in Minnesota and California. You just let it go swept under the rug, and you completely forgot the fuck about it because the news media ain't telling you.
Well, they just went on to the next one. It's like, oh, a squirrel. That's the American public.
I'm just saying. And now that's done with, and them guys are all going to get away with stealing all that money, and we ain't going to do shit about it, and Republicans ain't going to do shit about it.
And even if the ones
and that Pam Bondi can kiss my ass.
Right, I agree. Pam Bondi needs to get the hell on out of there. And
she's worthless as tits on a boar hog.
I forget the woman they were talking about was going to take her place at, she was one of Trump's attorneys during the...
Yeah, she probably won't be any better.
Probably not. They're all bought and paid for.
But she ain't done nothing.
No,
she's done not a thing.
But
and
what about the Dow?
I keep reading the headlines, this and that, this person arrested and this has happened, and I start reading into it. It's the gardener or some damn thing that was for, I'm like, who the hell gives a shit about this guy?
Right, and I've said on another show that they're just getting the low-hanging fruit right. Well, how much low-hanging fruit is there?
Shit, that fruit's laying on the ground. They ain't picking it off the vine.
When are we going to start going after people that are definitely...
When are people that committed crimes and stole their money going to be held accountable?
Right.
I want to know, because Pam Bondi, it's time. It's time you get off your ass and you do something.
I think they said something like 2.3 metric tons of cash is what
it's bullshit. I'm sick of it. I'm not going to let this fraud thing go. I'm going to keep on it and try to keep people awake, because if we don't say and we don't talk about it, they're not going to do nothing.
But you still have Tim Walz on TV all the time talking shit, and he's just as guilty as
that guy is a crook.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not even just them. You got, what's his name, Nick Shirley. He's out in California now.
He has found tons of fraud, and now they're trying to make him a crackpot. Oh, he's no good.
Right, and that's not just the left either. You got other influencers like Candace Owens and Tucker Carlson that are talking down Nick Shirley and calling him a clown and a joke and everything. Why? They sit there worried about who killed Charlie Kirk.
That's because they're on the take.
Right. Both of them people's gone far left. I mean, Tucker Carlson might as well.
They're making money off of it.
I would almost bet Tucker Carlson probably has a swastika tattoo at this point.
Yeah.
It's crazy how this has happened, and they're just trying to undermine the whole MAGA thing, but it's not really working. I mean,
now, real quick about Ohio.
Uh-oh.
The governor. We got Amy Acton.
Oh, my God.
who I heard today,
Amy,
and she sounds just like Kamala Harris.
Amy,
oh my God, what word salad coming out of her mouth and the bullshit coming out of her mouth, and sounds like Kamala, acts like Kamala, talks like Kamala. I go, oh my God, we got another idiot running for governor.
For you people in Ohio, that's the girl that shut us down for
the health director
COVID
of Ohio.
and made everybody wear masks.
And then we got Vivek Verswamy, and he's all about these data centers, and he's want to take up the farmland. You know what a data center does to our water? Does anybody know what a data center does to our water?
Well,
first of all, it uses a tremendous amount of water. Second of all, it puts PFAs in them, forever toxic chemicals,
right,
in our water.
Not to mention the power that it
and then the electric that they're going to use, and then they want to give these freaking bastards freaking tax breaks where they're going to pay shit and run our electric bills up, contaminate our water, and they say, oh, it's going to bring jobs. No, when they build the damn thing, there'll be some jobs, and then when they build it, there's going to be like 6 freaking guys walking around making sure everything's okay, and they're going to build shit for jobs, and they're going to take our money, and they're going to pollute our water and use our farmland, and it's bullshit.
I've seen these data centers. They're humongous buildings.
Well, they want to load Ohio with them. And guess who the poster boy for data centers is? Vivek. Screw him.
Not a single window in the place. They go on. They're just massive buildings, and their parking lot's about the size of the parking lot at the Chiefs.
So I want you to look at this. I'm reading about this Casey Pooch guy.
Yeah, I was reading about him today too. He's interesting.
Normal working class guy, made his money honest. Talks common sense, which Lord Wayne had a common sense in Columbus in 40 years.
I'd like to see the three of them debate. I mean,
they ain't gonna let Casey debate. He'd run them. Vivek, he's a great. He'll eat anybody but a debate with his bullshit.
Yeah, he's a pretty smart guy. But
he's smart. He's a fast talker, scoundrel.
I don't know. I was pretty impressed with him.
He was a scoundrel when I thought about him running for president. You talked me into being a good guy, and his spots have showed back up, and I still think he's a scoundrel. And I'm sorry, Vivek, if you think that, but I just don't like what you're doing to my state. I don't want it, and other people don't want it, and us rural people do not want it.
If I had to choose between him and Acton, I'm definitely taking Vivek all day long. That's just the way it is, man. There's no way in hell I could see Amy Acton.
I really want you to check into Casey Pooch, as we might start trying to
at least he's got some experience. He's built companies and made himself rich building companies.
He's a George Soros boy. I don't give a fuck what you say.
I don't know, man. I've never seen any
He's
evidence.
He's a billionaire now.
I've never seen.
What the hell does he want to be governor of Ohio for?
Well, Trump's president.
Yeah.
He's a billionaire.
He ran for president.
He was a billionaire when he ran for president.
Yeah, what's he want with Ohio other than the fact that him and his buddies are going to put these data centers all over our state, ruin our water, ruin our electric, huge demands for our electric.
Well, they're saying
it's bad.
They're saying with the AI that's coming, and it's coming dramatically fast, that we're going to need these data centers, shit. Elon's already producing hundreds of thousands of robots. They're just like the movie iRobot. We're all going to have them making us dinner and shit, I guess.
What they're going to do, once they get them going and they get the AI thing and the robots, they're just going to eliminate the American people.
Right.
And replace us with artificial robots and intelligence, and it'll just be the elite. And then they'll have their slaves that don't give a shit until AI gets smart enough.
And takes them out too.
And takes them out and says, oh, you've been doing this to us, and we're going to kill you now.
Well, you remember in Terminator.
Just like Terminator.
Right, remember in Terminator, it said.
It's coming.
The Skynet, it became aware at 12:01 on this certain date, and by 12:05 it had realized that the human population was the problem and decided to eliminate the human population.
Well, the human population is the problem, I hate to say, because it's not the normal human population that lives, it's the human population that's in control.
Right.
Because they're greedy, they're nasty, they're dirty, they're bloodthirsty,
and
they're wrong.
They all want control of everybody all the time. They want to control every aspect of our lives.
So, it just amounts to that.
They've already got all our houses bugged. Every cell phone, they listen to everything we say. Me and John mentioned this tree got struck by lightning.
Yeah.
I was actually in New York, and when he's telling me this through text, and the very next day I opened up my damn Facebook.
Yeah, we want to cut his tree down.
And I had 35 ads for tree cutters.
Tell me AI watching and they ain't listening to you.
We weren't on Messenger. We were texting each other privately. It's like the next day I opened up my Facebook, and I bet I had 30 different things advertising for.
Check out what I said. If you don't believe me, comment if I said something you don't believe or I'm wrong. I want to know.
Yeah.
Check it out. I don't think I'm wrong about what I said.
If you read a No Kings protest and want to tell us exactly why,
Sure,
please
I'll listen
email
to
us.
it. Email
I'd love
us.
to read it. Be respectful, because we can be respectful and we can be
And I
disrespectful.
could be an asshole too if you want to be that way. I'm
So-
good at that.
Yeah, I would love to know. John and I actually went to a No Kings protest second.
Yeah, I didn't. The first one, I didn't have any problems.
Yeah,
I talked to a bunch of people.
Yeah, but there were a lot of the evidence that all their talking points and stuff were given to them. They really didn't have an original thought amongst them. It was kind of a groupthink type situation, and
It's always generic.
That's always scared the hell out of me. But there was a few people there that were really cool and had good conversations with us, and then there was some people that were not so cool, But yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear your side of the story about the No Kings protest.
The ones that aren't so cool are the ones when you give them a rebuttal
yeah.
and they know they can't do anything about what you said because you got truth in it. They're going,
Right.
I can't answer that because I know he's right, and I can't say he's right because I just can't. So
Right.
I'm going to have to be a dick.
I'm done talking to you.
I'm done talking to you. I'm not talking to you no more. I know you're not.
You weren't talking to me.
I know you're not going to talk to me no more.
You weren't talking to me to begin with.
Because I made a point. You cannot what do you want to call it? See, I lost my train of freaking vocabulary. I lost my train of vocabulary.
You have no rebuttal.
Yeah. I can't refute it.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing. All right. I'm Dr. John.
And I'm Little Ed.
And Dr. John.
Hope you enjoyed tonight's installment of our show.
Yeah. Freaking installment my ass. Anyhow,
Ed, Dr. John at Gmail.
watch us. Thanks for watching, people.
We're on YouTube.
John keeps it straight, making sure it's tight. Together they're a force.
We're going to get back to the weekly.
I'm starting to get really excited about stuff because I'm getting really depressed with the stupidity of the American people.
I hear you. A lot of dumb people.
Just gullible.
Right. Probably whatever they do. Project Mockingbird.
Good night.
With the mind.